Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be in a good mood and sound health. Dear students, the COVID 19 threat is once again increasing here. This deadly virus is putting life at stake. And yesterday there was also hike in the COVID 19 patients here. It was more than 436 patients were declared as COVID positive patients. And in entire India, it is rate of infection is also showing hike, and it is alarming situation, and you need to follow all SOPs in letter and spirit so that you can't catch this virus. Dear students, life is a precious gift of God, and we should preserve it, we should give value to it. Dear students of class 10th and to 12th, yesterday once again, a student from Taratpura called me to make me learn change of voice in case of present continuous or present progressive tense. Their students present continuous or present progressive tense is a tense in which those actions are said which are going at the moment. Which are going at the moment. Dear students, just I am teaching this is the present continuous or present progressive. But there is a construction for it. You have to use ing form of the verb with am, is or are. Am plus ing form of the verb with I is present continuous. Is plus ing form of the verb with he singulars, and are plus the ing form of the verb with all plurals and you. So am plus ing form of the verb when there is I, is plus ing form of the verb when there are the singulars, third person singulars particularly, and are plus the ing form of the verb when there are the plurals including you. This is the construction for present continuous tense. So present continuous tense is a tense in which those actions are said which are going at the moment, and these are non-permanent actions. These are not like present simple which are the permanent actions. These are non-permanent actions. But how we can make change of voice when a tense is in the present continuous tense or present progressive tense? Their students change of voice means changing active sentence into passive one. Active sentence into passive one. But you have to keep in the mind that active verb or active sentence is a sentence where the subject governs the verb, subject dominates the verb, or subject rules the verb. And subject itself is action doer, and object means action receiver, and there is a difference between object and predicate. Object just receives action, and predicate is the part of the sentence that contains verb and tells something about the subject. This is the difference between object and predicate. Keep in the mind that predicate is a part of a sentence that contains verb and tells something about the subject, where the object is action receiver. So we are talking about the present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is a tense that is in which those actions are said that are going at the moment, and these are non-permanent actions. Its construction is am plus ing form of verb when there is I, and is plus ing form of the verb when are there third person singulars, and are plus ing form of the verb when there are plurals. So I am playing, he is playing, they are playing are the examples of present continuous tense. And changing voice means change an active sentence into passive sentence. And active sentence or active verb the verb where this subject of the verb dominates the verb. In a passive voice, the subject of the verb is acted upon. Take an example. Ram is killing a snake. Ram is killing a snake. Is killing. That means is present continuous. Ram is killing a snake. Here killing is verb. Ram is subject and snake is object, and when we are changing it from active to passive, it is a snake is being killed by now. I've already told you that in a passive voice, always third form of the verb is used. In order to show the continuity, we have to use being. Ram is killing a snake. A snake is being killed by Ram. And you have to show the continuity, that is by word being. Take one more example. Rashid is playing hockey. Rashid is playing hockey. Is playing. So simply it is present continuous. Here Rashid is subject, playing is verb, and hockey is object. And when we change it into passive, it's a active sentence because here Rashid, that is the subject of the verb, dominates it. And subject means action doer, and object means action receiver. Rashid is playing hockey. Here, Rashid is doing the action, and hockey is receiving the action. It is an active sentence. Hockey is being played by Rashid. When in passive voice, we always use third form of verb, and to show continuity, we have to use being. Rashid is playing hockey. It is active, it's passive. Hockey is being played by Rashid. Take one more example. We are we are hitting him. We are hitting him. Are plus in form of the verb. So it is what? It is present continuous or present progressive. We are hitting him. We is subject here. Him is object. So him is object. It is subjective form is he. He is being hit by, we get changed into us. So it is subject, its objective form is us, him is object, and its subjective form is he. And he is being hit by us. In order to show the continuity, we have to use being. Dear students, remember present continuous tense is a tense, or present progressive is a tense in which those actions are said which are going at the moment, and these are non-permanent actions. And passive sentence means sentence where the subject of the verb is acted upon, where the active sentence or active verb is a verb in which subject dominates the verb or subject governs the verb. Take one more example. Rashid is teaching mathematics. Rashid is teaching mathematics. Is teaching, hence it is present continuous, present progressive. Rashid is subject, and mathematics is object. And mathematics is being taught by Rashid. In order to show continuity, we have to use being. And in passive voice, always the third form of the verb is used. Dear students, when we change active sentence into passive sentence, we have to follow the rules. Just I am telling you, and there are passive voice possible for only those sentences, or only those sentences where action passes from subject to object. Where action does not pass from subject to object, there is no passive voice for such sentences or such tenses. Their students take one. He is hitting a ball. He is hitting a ball. A ball is being hit by him. He is hitting a ball. Ball is being hit by him. Dear students, this is how we can make change of voice in case of present continuous tense or present progressive tense. Hope you have grasped the concept. In case of any confusion or query that may strike your mind after watching this video, you can call me on 7006671106 or WhatsApp me on the same number. And when you forward your query by any means, by calling by or by WhatsApping within short duration of time, your query or confusion shall be cleared. Dear students, you have to see these things on your available English grammar book so that you can grasp the concept well. Dear students, one dead thing, or we can say deadly thing, or one bad thing is going around, that is the corona. Its second wave is putting life at stake. It is showing high uh, increase. Better is to follow all SOPs in letter and spirit so that this deadly virus can't catch us and we will save our lives at the end of the day. Thanks. Be balanced.